Hi everyone, this is Young Happy Confident, the podcast for all of you who at a young age want to find out who you really are, what kind of life you want to live, and to get the tools to achieve your dreams. Hi and welcome to Young Happy Confident. Today I'm here with Lidia, my childhood friend, which is very special. We're in Jakobstad on the Finnish west coast. And Lidia has always been very empathic, always when we were smaller. Everybody that knew her knew she has the biggest heart, she has the biggest hug for everyone. She always has an open ear, she's the one that you can always come to, and she's always going to feel with you and have a piece of advice. So to us, everybody else, I think it was really clear that she was going to work with people and help as much as she can. You told me that you were really, really small when you watched TV and you saw poverty and sad things out in the world. You just cried, right?
I did.
How small were you? And
I can't exactly remember how small I was, but I was small.
Mm-hmm.
And watching third world countries suffer, children suffering, and it always made me cry. And I guess since a really young age, I thought that I was going to be a aid worker
mm-hmm.
in a third world country.
Mm-hmm.
That was always my goal. Haven't gone there, but it's not too late.
No.
Might still do it.
Yeah.
But I guess that's how I knew that I wanted to help people in one way or the other.
Yeah, and even though today it's clear, it's obvious, you're in the right space now, but you started off doing a lot of office work for SAS and Nautor and Kela and all these big names. You were even abroad in London, Manchester, but always feeling that you were missing something, right?
Yes. I did a lot of office work and mostly customer service, which I kind of liked because I've always been quite social and open-minded, and I've always wanted to help. So customer service was one way of doing that. But it wasn't until 2011 when I left office work and started working in a home for refugee children that came to Finland without guardians, that I really felt like I was in the right place.
Mm-hmm.
That finally I wasn't maybe able to save the world as I had hoped, but at least I was able to help in some way. And even if I would just make one child or teenager's life a little bit better, it would be worth it.
And I believe from all the stories that Lidia cannot share with me or not with anybody else, no names, no nothing, but just in general, the stories about lost children that had to leave their families and their countries, that you've been such a big part, and your colleagues of course, but such a big part of their lives that you really have made an impact, like a big impact in all these people's lives.
Yes, I'm sure me and co-workers, that's what we have done, and I'm hoping we've given, or I know that we've given them tools.
And very many happy moments.
Yes, happy moments, love, security, things that are really important. If you leave your country, it's always a trauma.
Mm-hmm.
You leave your family behind, your friends, and you need to be met by good people that has your best at heart, and that can give you that security and that feeling of love that you are missing at that point.
Yes.
So I'm sure that's what we have done.
And I thought it was so beautiful because you have 3 children of your own, but you said actually you have many more children out there already. Children that have come here that you've helped to get their wings, to be strong enough to fly out and do their thing. And they're out there somewhere now, but they're still part of your family, and they're still coming back. They're still letting you have big
Yes.
piece of their lives.
Definitely, I'm still involved in many of their lives, and I want to stay involved as long as I live. And they all have a big part in my heart and in my life, and I want to keep it that way.
Yeah, and you were always wishing. You said in the beginning that you were always wishing to not only be able to help, but also to feel better about yourself, actually making a difference. And now that's actually what you're getting back.
Exactly, and as I said, it's somewhat selfish as well, because it's not like I just walk around helping because I want to help. Obviously, I do want to help, but it also makes me feel good. It's so much easier to help when you get something out of it yourself.
Yes. And I think your own family is also like different cultures, is just a normal everyday thing in your own life, right?
Yes.
For your children as well.
Yes, definitely. And that's what I've always been aiming for, that my own children will grow up and not see the difference in people, see the good in people, and know that we're all the same, and I'm hoping that they will feel, well, to them all of this is just normal, that I do what I do, and they maybe someday one of them will continue what I've done, and maybe
I think it's really, really precious for your family to see what a difference you can make in another person's life, and that cultures don't matter, and helping is a big part.
Definitely. And besides my work that I've done with these refugee children, I also work as a support person.
Yeah.
And that's for all kinds of children, teenagers, and even mothers and families, not only from different cultures, even Finnish families and children. And what I do there is mostly I meet them, we talk, and we have conversations, especially with teenagers, conversations that you maybe don't want to have with your parents. Maybe it's too difficult. And as a parent myself, I know how difficult it can be sometimes to reach out to your teenager, because you're the parent and you suck.
Yeah.
So if the teenager is going through something that's quite difficult, it's easier to talk to somebody that you don't have those strong feelings and connections to. It's easier to talk to somebody that maybe you never met the person before, and you build your own relationship to this person, and you're able to discuss. And so I do a lot of talking, and
can anybody become a support person?
I guess it's different in different countries, and even maybe within the country it might be different. But what I know in Jakobstad especially, there's a big need for support families.
Okay.
And to be a support family, you can maybe help out like every other weekend or a few evenings here and there, to have a child or a teenager come spend time at your house because they need it. And that's really precious as well. We've done that as a family earlier on. At the moment we're not able to because of my work, and we have quite a few children of our own. But I would say that if you have a solid home, a big heart, and you want to help, you should definitely become a support family. And also a support person. You can always contact social services, or you can find out how it's possible to become that in your town, because it's different everywhere.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I think, as far as I've understood, being a support person means mainly to really have an open ear for a mom who is tired or a teenager who needs to talk or even a child. So just having that time, having that patience, having that heart.
Yes.
So you can really make a big difference if you have
exactly.
a couple of hours.
Yes, definitely. Everybody can make a big difference if you just have the time to give and you're willing to listen and talk and give advice. I mean, I'm far from perfect as a mother, as a wife, as you know, but I can always listen and I can always give my advice, what I would do in that situation, or what I would think is the best thing to do. So yes,
I think that's an amazing thing, because there are not only third world countries that are in difficulties, even in our own home countries there might be like a lot of, you can make such a difference by just being there.
Definitely, yes.
And would you have a piece of advice for young guys and girls listening? What would you say is?
I would say surround yourself with good people. People that always has your best at heart. And when you grow up and you've gotten the support that you needed, become a support person yourself.
Yeah, those words are really beautiful ending words. I think that is so true. If you have good people around you that really care about you, that support you, that want your best, and that have time for you, then that's the most precious thing.
Yes, I think
so.
So.
You will never get as far without these people as you will if you have them around you. It's like an engine.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wish you lots of luck.
Thank you.
And continue exactly that way. And for you guys out there listening, think about it. Do you have enough good people around you? Good energy, people that believe in you, that care about you? If don't, make sure you find them. And I'm looking forward to seeing you next week again with a new exciting guest. And please, if you yourself have some inspiration to share, or if you know someone, let us know. Yeah. And sign up.
Yes.
And give us your honest feedback, okay? Take care.